right? So just from the beginning of the beginning. So I don't have anything on the players. It's my first time playing Zoom. I just tried. I just tried when I try out the program, and when I was like maybe 1K hand, I played in like maybe NL100 and NL50 when I was trying out the program. So this will be like first time I played for real. So we're gonna start now. We're gonna start two tables. If you want, we can add one entities every day. There is bounty builder, so we can play that bounty builder 55 is always around 11 o'clock. So if you're for it, we can play it every day. So let's go now to play. We're gonna play two tables at the beginning, use auto rebuy, and that's it. I'm gonna put the tables something like this. Okay, not like that. If I click tile tables, it will transfer me to another. It will transfer me to another monitor. I already tried, so okay. I try to make it to be good for you. Okay, think it's okay. We can maybe a little bigger. Okay. Okay. Seems we can go even bigger. And I thought that I put the auto rebuy on, but it's not on. If you have any suggestions, be free to tell me, because we are starting from 2K and we are gonna see how it will end. I'm starting with zero hands, zero reads, right? So just for from okay. I didn't put mute on other monitor. Okay, now I see the chat and everything. Okay, just I don't know how to click add chips, add rebuy. Okay, that's it. Okay, so we are starting now. I think we can defend this on big blind. 5-star call. Thanks, Magic Orange. Let's go. I'm really hungry to play. I'm really eager. I have the nice break and really want to play, really want to crash the game. Okay. This is the fold. Here, we don't know obviously nothing about the player. We need to call. We can raise. I think the call is the right play. I saw again there is no auto rebuy. Okay. Okay. Automatically rebuy me. Under the table maximum. Okay. It seems like now we're at. Sorry for this. I'm not like used to software and everything, so pardon me for some problems. We're gonna make it by time. I will get into it. Okay. We are here against the small blind. Okay, fold here. We'll see how the players are. We're gonna try to make reads. I'm gonna write the reads, so we're gonna see everything. There will not be off-stream play. I will only play when I stream. And if you tell me if you want that I every day kick in the bounty builder. Okay. Because I think it would be fun. Okay. Tell me if the sound is okay and everything. I muted the sounds from from Poker Stars. We'll go around 12. I'm gonna fold here. And again, we are not auto rebuying. I would like to use auto rebuy, so give me the auto rebuy, please. Okay, we're gonna make it here. This is the board. I will bet 1/3 of the pot. Okay. He's calling a squeeze as a caller. I don't think that he can have like many king X's. We are blocking king queen, which is okay. We can bet here once more. We can check call. I think it's okay to bet and check the river. I just don't understand why auto rebuy isn't on. Don't understand it. Okay. And what is nice here, I think that he will like stop with the king jack here if he has it, so he will never bluff with 10x. We are blocking like ace queen floats, and generally he will check king x here. Normal player, but we don't know anything about him. Thank you, Ivan. I misclicked. I folded pocket fours. And I don't see a bluff here, like ace jack. Okay, I'm gonna call here. Maybe I'm gonna fold before because I don't have any reads. But I don't think we can fold on this size. We have a queen of the diamonds here. He's probably really betting like king jack here, but I just don't see that we can fold against this size. And he has aces, okay. But I don't see why the auto rebuy isn't working. Your stack will be okay. I just don't see why it's not working. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna call here. I will. Magic Orange is asking me how I reached this level in poker. I'm playing poker for 3 years, and I was like played by myself, learned by myself, and that's the way I always did in poker and in life. I always prefer working alone, and that's the way I did it. I just played. I started with NL100, I think, and we slowly get to. I always had a rule about. I had a rule about 100 buy-ins for the level I'm playing, and I slowly get up to limits, and that's it. You wanted to see the tournament also, Magic Orange, okay? Nice flop for us. Okay, here's... I think we have a clear check here. This guy called it 3-bet, I don't know, but probably Broadway type of the range. We're gonna check here. We're gonna bet here like this. I'm really glad that HUD is working well for you. Also, I think that here is working really good. And here's like a really strange spot. But I don't see us bluffing here. And ace high win it. Really strange. This is a shove. And again, auto is not working. Okay. Let's see why it's not working. I fell out in... So I click everything it needs to be clicked. But it just doesn't work. I don't know. Okay. This is 3-bet here. We're gonna start two tabling and one MTT. I think it's really good for the future stuff because I want to get into add a third table. Before I'm not used to it, I will just play two tables. Okay. It will be fun to collect the stats on players and stuff like that. This is the board where we want to bet 1/3 when it's connected and flush draw. Usually on lower boards it's a bigger size, but I want to use here 1/3 of the pot. We don't know about the ranges, so we're gonna like assume normal ranges against like probably 20% calling 3-bet. 19.8 is like standard. That's like king 8 suited, queen 8 suited, suited connectors and gappers. Okay. Let's ISO here, call here. I want to see that hand with ace king. It's like so sick. I thought. Okay, let's see. This guy had ace jack. So he called 3-bet with ace jack. This checked called with the ace king. I mean, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. It's hard to bluff three-way, but they usually won't check the queen on the river. I think. Okay, I'm gonna call here. Just call. This guy's calling. Okay, I think we need to bluff here with like half of the pot. He donked the turn. He can like have king high or ace high. I think we're gonna bluff here. I think we need to overbet here. He's probably like 10x here or something. I'm gonna overbet it 1.5. I think it's okay. We have nice blockers to straight, and he shouldn't have much of the flush here, and we are like overbetting here. I want to see what we'll have on HUD, because now we don't have anything. So we're slowly gonna progress, and it will be fun to see like some guy asked me which like sample is good enough. So we're gonna find out now. I'm gonna fold it. Usually I think it's a good 3-bet, but we're gonna play like tight until we get some stats. I'm not gonna play my usual game. I prepared for the Zoom these last few days. I saw the ranges. The ranges are much tighter, and I'm gonna play a little bit tighter range. And I think we need to maybe fold a little more than usual, because people are not bluffing enough. But we're gonna see that through time. Okay, I think here is a check. I think this is the normal float here. Let's see how many people are here now. Around 200 people. I think it's good. I don't think we can call here. Or bet shove with king queen. Even we are like nicely blocking jack x here. But I just don't. If we don't have a reads, I don't think we can call this. There are 200 people currently here, which is not bad. Which is not bad. And we'll have game anytime we want to, and that's good. And we'll also add one MTT. It's my favorite MTT on stars, like Bounty Builder. So maybe we can like do something even there. And we can talk, like if you have like any questions, any ideas, we can now talk, because there are like only two tables. And we can discuss even the hands. Okay, we're gonna like bet 1/3. Not gonna explain just the basic spots, because I think here we can bet everything. Okay, this guy is calling. We don't know the range, we don't know anything. So we're gonna play like it's something like average range that I used to it on the normal tables. and we're gonna like in our head put that people play tighter here. So I won't fold force now. We have 100, 127 followers, so we are close to giving to 200 to give the package for the stars, which is convenient because we are playing stars also. Okay, in multi-way we won't do anything. We can call here or three bet. Think it's good both way. Generally, I think that people here are not squeezing enough, so we can call. If they are squeezing really a lot, we can then just have a three bet range and have a small calling range. But usually, I think we can like have a calling range on the button. Fast fold here. Think it's call here. And again, we are not having auto rebuy. Can you tell me what I'm doing wrong? What do you need to do to get the auto rebuy? Okay, call here. Like I'm really interested like to see what type of range the Zoom players tribute from the big blind, because I don't think they're tributing a lot of ace jack off, and then suddenly this type of board is really good for me and not so good for them, and they shouldn't see bet a lot because generally they won't see bet hand like we are betting here. Usually they're like don't have enough of the off-suited aces. They don't have ace 10 off, ace jack off, and suddenly they need to play this board more safely. And now what he's repping now? Is he repping here like ace king or queen 10 just? I mean, we are calling of course, but I'm interested to know. Okay, like stuff like this is is important. I mean, because for example he like check raised sixes, we're gonna add that note because this is like insane. I mean, he must shove the river here then if he decide to play that. There is no sense because I'm gonna call every ace x here for sure, because he can have like hand like king 10 or king queen maybe. That has some sense, but also he doesn't have queen 10 off and probably doesn't even a 3-bet hand like queen 10 suited every time. So he doesn't have like a nuts really ever. Okay, this is like double barrel here. We want to overbet because we want to bet here like eights, nines, and stuff like that. Okay. We're gonna make a note some players. I'll do that after the session is over, because I want to have everything that when we document the challenge, I want to have like everything so people can see it. The program looks nice, looks really fast. That's important also. I don't think that we need to call like this is like 60%. Yes, I don't think we need to call this. Against 1/3 it's obvious call, and against half of the pot is a call. I did that, note caddy. I did it. I really did it, but it just didn't work. I now I can't rebuy, but I really did it, but from I don't know what reason it didn't do it. Okay. Here 9. King 7 is fold. Okay. We're gonna see it again. Okay. We're gonna see it again. I think it's really hard to play without treats and everything. For example, we don't know like how much he's tributing. He should be tributing around 14%, but we don't know that, so we need to take guesses. I mean, this is also a clear call, but if we have like hand like ace 10 off, then it would be like we should probably fold ace 10 off here if we don't have stats. That guy three bet big blind versus button with pocket six. I think small blind versus button is okay, but also sixes big blind versus button. I don't think that they are really good. Okay, here we're gonna go like this. Really good board for us. Okay, we are calling here against the range of the. I think the turn is also a clear call. Okay, this is a check back. He should have like pocket queens and pocket tens a lot, I think. And and it seems like to me like that he's like really betting tens here. Hands like tens or hands like probably on king queen. I don't think that he has many bluffs here, so I'm gonna fold it. Here we're gonna go for the check and bet the river. Okay. This guy called a small blind. Okay. Okay, like this. I don't think that he has many bluffs, and he also used 1/3 of the pot. We don't need to call ace jack, I think, but it seems to me that he was really betting hand like tens. Fold immediately. This guy called. He was 2xing, so his range is probably a little wider. Maybe like ace jack off with a king 9, queen 9, and jack 9 suited type of hands. I think we can value bet now. Four, sixes, and sevens are the hands that we are beating, and like maybe hand like ace jack if he's floating ace jack here. I'm gonna use smaller size here, but I also think that it's a value bet. And I don't know, like, is he like wrapping a queen now? He's I probably he's not doing with nines or tens, so he's wrapping a queen that check back. They check the river here. I think that like I'm gonna call for this size, and he has 3-5. Okay. I don't think that we can fold on that size, but also I don't think he's bluffing with that size. Maybe we should check the river there before we have any reads. But I don't think I can fold on that size because like I'm really betting eights, nines, and tens there. With that size, probably betting sometimes tens on turn and jacks on turn. So on the river, I have like some stupid bluffs there, and even eights are like near the bottom of the value range. I think by that size, I just don't want to fold on that size. But I was also thinking like he's not doing it with the queen, so he has like or some type of straight or I didn't thought about 3-5 suited, but okay. But generally people doesn't bluff with that side, I think. But we don't have stats, so 1/3. For example, here like players should like defend uh, this deep at least 65% of hands, three betting and calling. That's like king six off, queen six off, and six eight off type of hands with all suited hands against 2.5 and this dip. Because we had more 150 big blinds and more, so I think I'm going to just bet here and give up. But the problem here is that king high will call, and there's the type hand, and 10 high will call, and there's the type of hands we want to fold out, but we won't fold it out here. So maybe we need to, if we bet the turn with this type of garbage, we need to bet the river and rep the queen x. Okay. I'm going to squeeze here. But this is like, it's not the best thing to do because he's UTG and I don't know how wide these guys are. So maybe it's the best like to beginning to not do such things because you don't know how they play. And this will be like, he will have like nines, tens, jacks. It's okay to have some queens in calling range, I think. This guy was just calling UTG, so basically the hands that are beating us is like some king queen combos and fours and sixes. Okay. So now we would like to know, for example, is he betting for protection sevens and eights here? We are blocking king jack. In my eyes, he's like repping king queen or king jack or type of the hand like king 10 with a club, and the club came here. He's just repping like basic. I don't think I can fold here. Okay. Because even the king of clubs is here, which can be floated like king jack or king 10. So I don't think I can fold like here. Even I watched the videos and I know the players are tight, but this doesn't have a lot of sense. Okay. This is my standard 3-bet. No, I didn't. I don't do it. Ivan, I don't do it. I saw on videos that some people do it. I just don't do it. Here is clear call. I just don't do it because I don't even know how to do it. Probably like something here. Label. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I will see from the stats what type of player I'm playing, so that's it. and we'll make a notes on players, and that's it. That's enough. Okay, I'm gonna fold it, and also here. So I saw that people are like labeling fish, but I think you have stats, and you will see like if player is a fish or not. So, and I don't think that we need to label them. Okay, clear call here, fold here. Wow, this size is good. 4x here. Okay, we are having like 7 hands to for we have 7 hands on people. It will take time. I think it will take a lot of time to get the sample here. Yep, I think King Queen is probably betting the turn, so he's like wrapping King Jack there, and I have Jack blocker, so and it depends if he has like King Jack off in that spot, and also like you said King of Hearts. But the river was really nice because even the backdoor king came there, so I I didn't think about that we can fold it. I just wanted to think really good, but in my mind I was like already decided to call. Here we're gonna go to the 5x, even a little bigger. Uh, I would like like to call for bet, but we don't know anything, and if he shouts, we're gonna need to call. So we're gonna be a little tighter at the beginning. I can't play my usual game, and that's the reason I need to tighten up a little bit. And when we get the reads, we're gonna go to our usual game. Until then, it will take time. But people want to see how you play when you don't have anything, so I think it will be interesting. Okay? Here would be interesting to see. Uh, I think this is like a really good river for us. We have like 9-10, we have like queen 10 hand. So we're gonna wrap the queen. This guy donks. I'm gonna call here. No, no. Oh, I was mistaken. He was like c betting. Sorry, he was like c betting. I didn't. We're gonna bet half here. Really nice river, I think. The pool is really big. Yes, I mean it probably has when it's peak maybe 300 players. We'll check here. Really good turn for us. We have a lot of ace x's, and he probably has like a lot of pocket pairs. Okay. Hello, Beastaholic. Again, we are against small blind. People seems to call a lot on small blind. Okay. They probably like call a lot of the pocket pairs. I think we can bet here. I think we have a lot of more of the flushes than he does, because he's like calling only really good suited hands. So okay, he's calling this. I don't know what to say about small blind range. It's strange. I don't have it, and you always see something else. Some people call like really tight, others don't. For example, this is a clear call, but we don't know. There is a players on Zoom. I saw that like opening 14%. Again, 14%. It's not like so good. Okay, we're gonna bet here. I think when he check down this, check behind these structures, he's usually weak. So we're gonna check. We're gonna bet it. Okay, we'll see. I'm ready for the Zoom, so I really look forward. Bistaholic asked. Bistaholic told that he is curious to see how the Zoom will go for me. I'm also really curious. I feel like I'm ready to play Zoom. I really look forward to this. I'm really eager to and hungry for the game, so I'm really looking forward. I'm feeling that I will just crush the game, so we'll see. Okay. I think here we will have here a lot of ace x of spade combos. We'll have here like ace 9 off. So I think we can go for the back raise. I don't think he's check raising 8x. So he's repping now 8x because I don't see that he's check raising that. I'm gonna call here. But he is. Like, it doesn't have any sense. A cutoff against big blind check raising top pair here. It doesn't have any sense. And he can have like bluffs here with king 10 off, king jack off, and stuff like that. And he shouldn't ever check raise this type of the hand. So now when we know that he's like doing that, I will take a note. I would like back raise it a lot against this type of play. I would back raise it and bet the turn. Okay, 1/3 here. I just don't see how can I fold the river because generally he can't just raise. It's cut off against big blind, and I called the raise, and he's like betting big on turn with that type of the hand. So I'm just gonna take a note that he's doing like that, and we're gonna back raise the shit out of him. So we're gonna like have a really really big three bet a flop against him because this is like insane. We are cut off. The ranges are narrower, and when I call the check raise, he's like betting the turn with 8x, and I have all the over pairs and okay. Okay, calling here. I think this is the spot where we can raise sometimes. We have a lot of hands we have a lot of hands like pair plus draw type of hands, 7 8 8 9 9 10. We have sets, all combos of sets. We have 6 7 suited. I think we can raise it sometimes. Bet here like this. Okay, he has a set here, and he gets the four of the kind, and it's still not. It's still not. Let's see now why it doesn't have to rebuy. I'm. I fall under my initial big blind. I fall under still 100 big blinds. Automatically, I choose to table maximum. I did everything that, and you're not giving me out to rebuy. So why? That's the question. And he out to rebuys me to 85. Well done. And again, out to rebuys not on. So tilty. Okay. Yeah, Beastaholic, I know, but I know that they are not bluffing the river enough, but it's not important because they're like he's repping 8x there in the spot where he shouldn't have 8x at all. So he's like repping something that he shouldn't even have. And I mean, he can like value bet the flush there. He won't, but he can. It's cutoff, and I don't have a lot of 8x there. I don't have one off-suited 8 there, so he can like easily value bet. If he's good, he can easily value bet the flush, which I know that he's not doing, but I don't think I don't think I just needed to see like is he really like having 8x there. Okay, this is like I don't think this is the greatest call, but against this size it is because 7-8 off he doesn't even have in a preflop range probably, so I think this is a call. He can really bet like this, so it's okay. And this guy that had nines, I think I don't like check shoving the turn there because he will have like so many I don't know, so many like hands that want to check call the turn. I mean, he can probably shove like overpair there. I don't know. I think it's okay when I think about it. I think it's okay, but he can. I don't see like many. What his bluff shoving there? Rebuy. Beastaholic, you're telling me rebuy to. You didn't see the check mark. Okay, I'm gonna try it again then. Okay, just tell me. I just don't know. I'm trying on my own and it doesn't work out good. I'm just thinking about myself about that hand with 9-9. I'm curious to see what kind of bluff he can have. I wanna see that because I think it's like better to bet there. Is he like is he gonna like check shove king queen? No, he's gonna maybe check shove king queen with the in the clubs. King 10, does he have king 10 in preflop range? I don't know. Is he gonna check like check shove 7 8 8 9? I don't know. I think it can be done. You can have like bluff range, but people generally don't have it. So probably if they check shoving, they shoving combo draw or set or over pair. So in this spot, I think we can like overfold. But even we will play it like carefully. We'll check turn a lot. I think it's better bet the turn because we have like king queen that always want to bet the turn. We have flush draws. We have jack x. I think the bet turn is like much better play. Okay, I think we are calling here. Fold here. 6-8 off. We don't have. We have 4-5s here. We don't have a here like we don't have 6-8 off, but we have 6-8 suited. Okay, we're gonna do it like this. We have 6-8 suited. We have a lot of flush draws here. We're like check raising fours, we're check raising fives. I don't like the turn. I'm gonna give up here. Okay. I would progress like if the problem here is if I'm betting the turn, if the clubs ham, I need to bluff the river, and I don't know how that player that was in the hands with us, how he plays, and if I get the like some equity on the turn, I would progress, but we only have a gut shot and on the river. I mean, he's for sure calling the turn, I think. That's why I decide to give up. Just give up here. Until we get the hands. And when we get the hands, we're gonna do something. But not now. Thank you, Beastaholic. Thank you. We're check raising here. We don't have a calling range, so we are never calling here. We are just check raising or folding. So in this spot, we have player behind here, and we need to. For example, if we have like 6-6 here, we're just shoving here. If we have like 6-6 here, we need to know if we are good or we are not good. We're gonna just shove here, I think. Okay. This player will probably like have 6s, 7s here. He had 3-6 suited. Really strange. Okay, I would like to use auto rebuy. Okay. Okay. Think it should be working now, okay? 3-6 suited. Confused to see that. He's calling on small blind. And again, there is no auto rebuy. Okay. So am I like stupid or what? I want to figure this out. Okay. 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 I fell into table maximum. It should be good now. Okay. Let's go. It should be good now. Folding here. Call here. We're going to check raise here. We have like all sets here. We're going to check raise it. Okay, like this. I'm going to bet here. We are check raising here. I mean, this is like the not the greatest turn for us, because now our 7-8 combos are we don't have like 7s are only one combos here. We also have like deuces here, 8s and 7-8 suited, but not the greatest turn. Okay, I'm gonna check here. He bet the 1/3 here. Okay, so he's now betting 1/3 here. I think we are getting odds to call here. It's sad, but we need to call here. Okay, he had we just can't fold the turn, but and I don't want to bet. We can check raise the turn again, but now if he has like 10 there, it won't be easy. But we are getting the odds to call, so it's okay. Call for bet here. Okay. I think we are unlucky today, but what can you do? I'm really just uh, that like only hand that I'm like that I'm mad is the is that that hand when the guy had jack 8. I mean, that's the only hand I'm mad about, nothing else. So okay, we're gonna bet here. Like, hmm, okay, check here. I'm thinking about what can call us here. Okay, bet. I think that he has like ace highs here, so it's okay. I was thinking about which size we want to use, and I think we want to use like half of the pot size. Beastaholic, I'm not like even thinking about the rake. I know that rake is on the Poker Stars low. I'm not changing my game. I'm gonna play like the best I can, and like that's it. I'm gonna try to play the best I can, and that's it. No changing the game. I just want to have the hands. Then I will apply my. This is like terrible spot. We need to fold. We need to fold there. And from what I heard, the iPoker has the biggest rake, so this will be okay. Okay. We are again against the small blind, and we don't know the range at all. Okay, leading the turn. Okay. From what I see now is there is a lot of bad players. I mean, a lot of things like this guy's leading on the ace, and I have a much more ace than he has. So I don't understand. Smaller three bet here. Okay. Mm-hmm. Two-way get two street game. Just gonna go like this and shove the turn. Okay. Shove the turn. Queen jack. Okay. I think there's what from what I see really so many strange plays. So many calls from small blind, so many donks, so many really strange plays is going on here. Okay. Nothing here. Okay, we have ace 4 here. Mm, against this size I will fold, but against 2.5 I would probably call. Fold here. Okay, fold here. I'm gonna I'm gonna just make a toilet break. like 45 seconds. I'm not gonna turn off the stream. I'm gonna just sit out the tables, and we will be back for 1 minute. I'll be back at 1 minute. Okay, next hand. Sit out next hand. Okay. Okay. I'm back in 1 minute. I'm back, people. Don't judge me. I ate watermelon, and now I'm ready. Now I'm ready. I ate watermelon, and it's a lot of water. But now I'm fully concentrated on game. Fold in here. I think it's a fold. When we don't know anything, we can tribute players that we are familiar with. I think it's fold. And I don't know how do you click like that search where players like search how many tables player is playing. If he's playing like one table, he's like probably a fish. I don't know how to do it, so you're gonna tell me in time, or I will like learn by myself. But I don't know if that's important to know. Like we have stats gonna show that. And we are playing just two tables, so this is close. I think call fold here. I'm gonna fold if this player c bets. We don't have a 6-7 off here. We have fours, fives. I probably 3-bet eights against 40 BBs. Fold in here. Folding. We need to do a lot of folding, and I hate folding, so how can I put it together? To do something I hate? I don't know, we'll see. Five, six, fold. And please tell me, that's why I'm eating watermelons, magic orange, because they're healthy and they're like really good, really tasty. I want to ask you, nobody told me anything about magic orange. If you want to, that we add into our routine every day, one MTT tournament, bounty builder, folding here. Bounty builder 55 is going every day against about 11:30. So we can play it every day. If you like, we can put one MTTs, and we can win sometimes. I hope so. It would be nice to get some win to feel good. Okay. So tell me if you're interested in that. Magic Orange wanted to see it. If everybody else wanted to see it, we can do it. Okay. Have the pot. And this, I mean, we need to, we need to call here. Um, we I also don't have a calling range in this pot. Okay, I had a feeling. So I click this and I will see what will happen. We will definitely call here a raise because I would raise 9x sometimes, 7x sometimes. I don't know about 7x, but 9x I think it's a raise if we want to if we want to play it. So let's see what he will do. Like this is the warper, I think. Let's see what he will do. He's thinking about it, so he's probably raised 9x here. Also, we have blockers for 9x like 8 9, 8 9, and 9 10. Okay. So he thought about it, so he probably had 9x. Fold here. So if you want, I think it would be nice to have like one empty tees. We need to play 50k hands, so if you are like playing 1600 hands, that's like a month. And that's the time I thought about like it's okay that we finish the challenge in 1 month. But when if the empty tees is longer, we played more hands, so the stream will last longer, so it will take less time. But if we lose like in 1 hour, then we will like stop at the 3 hour stream. Generally, what my impression about the Zoom that players are like really bad. At least on this level of play. Okay, we don't know the range what he's like calling, and the players some players like even on the mid stakes like and even regulars call like 20%, 24% of hands, and they trip it like 8, so that's around 30% of hands. I think we're gonna value bet here. We will have bluffs for sure, so we are wrapping like queen x or jack x. Probably ace jack and king jack is for our jack x here region. Okay. Okay, we are calling here. So again we get the what he's wrapping here. He's wrapping here like deuces or 5x. Okay, I'm gonna bet here. Deuces and 5x. So now it would be really nice to know his calling range pre-flop. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. But he's like wrapping really. I mean, it would be now nice to see, for example, is he like checking back queen x sometimes? Is he now raising queen x? But I'm generally 100% sure that players doesn't do that on this level of play. They are not like raising queen x here for value, I think. So he's wrapping 5x there, and I don't know how much 5x he has. And for about the bluffs, only thing that comes to mind is like some flush draws that are missed. And I mean, he's like, we need to defend a lot there, so we are getting a good price, so we need to like defend a lot. So I think that around 50% probably, and we'll have a queen x. I think ace jack is like a defend. I think we should call there. But we don't have stats, and Zoom players are notoriously underbluffed. Okay, this is interesting. I mean, can we like 4-bet here? I'm gonna call because I don't have many strong hands here. I have Queen Jack and fives, and that's it. And he has sets of queens and jacks. So okay, now he's like wrapping a straight plus. I think he's not betting like kings and aces here. This is close. I'm gonna fold here. And I'm thinking about here. We'll have a lot of pair plus draw hands. I'm gonna check raise and shove. We'll have a lot of pair plus draw. We're gonna have like Jack X of spade here. We can call, we can raise. We have like king queen, queen jack. I think we can put pressure on ace king there. Okay. Bet half here. Okay. I think here is okay bet. Ivan, you're telling me I can see number of tables in the Zoom lobby. A number of tables of the which players are playing. I know that. But I saw that people are like searching the players, searching the players and then they know like how many tables are playing. But I don't know where you can do it. Probably something here, like maybe this. I don't know. We can check here, we can bet. I think nines are okay with to bet without the hearts. And we can strengthen our... And now we're gonna bet half here. We're gonna like 4-bet here. Like this. I think kings are 4-bet. Hello Murtat. That's the way I play, man. Okay. This guy was tanking and call. We're gonna use like a normal 1/3 of the pot. Even here, I think we want to go like this. Zeranch, I'm gonna answer your questions. I'm gonna answer your question. Here I think that he probably has more tens than I have. But I think that this type of hands need protection. And we can bet. I'm calling here. Okay. You asked me if I use a 3-bet only strategy. From 2x, I'm going like 4 times. 2.5x, I'm going also 4 times. And against 3x, depends on the player. I can go like 3.5. Okay. depends on the player. 3x I can go like also 4x, but when the players like open smaller like 2x and 2.5x, I think you can go like on 2x 5 times even. I think it's okay because you're just giving them the odds. So I think 5x against 2x open is okay. Against 2.5x open, 4x is okay, and against 3x we can like we can just look at the player and see. For example, some players I would like 3-bet 3x. Sometimes I will also have 4x, but I think you can go like 3.5x against 3x. But against 2x, I think 5x it's like I'm doing 4x when I'm out of position, but I think it's okay to do it 5x. In position, I always do it like 3x, and that's it. No matter what size he uses, I like 3x because we have position and playing 3-bet pot in position. So, but I didn't like have I didn't I didn't like have opportunity to see many many like 2x opens. So I just don't know. Now would be stats would be useful to see like how much he's folding versus c-bet against size, against the hero, against stuff like that. I think we can like triple barrel this. Think we can triple barrel this because uh, it's much better triple barrel from like than ace king of clubs here. So we can triple barrel it if we want to bluff it okay. And look at this. He didn't trace there, and I used half of the pot size, and he didn't trace it. And again, we don't have head chips. So sick. And I did everything you told me to do. I would do it this. I fall under 100 big blinds and automatically table maximum, and it didn't, and it doesn't do it. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. This guy bet the turn with he bet the turn with like 1/7 pot or one stuff like that, and now he's like betting. Now he's repping like king x here. Maybe he can really bet with this size queens. I just can't wait until I get hands on players. I just can't wait. And again, like 8 chips just doesn't work. I click here and I click here and I click everything here and it doesn't work. Why? Why you do it this to me? I don't know. Okay. For example, now I will use like 3 and something x, 3 and 3x. I just can't wait to get the hands so I can make like a good call. So for example, I'm really confused in this spot. Like what he's like wrapping now. King X. I know for sure that like players on Zoom don't like value bet their queens with that size. Like they like do queens with half of the pot. So he's wrapping like King X. They check behind the flop and bet 1/3 or 1/5. How much he 1/7 of the pot on the turn. Maybe he had like kings and bet the turn for I don't know what. He get the quads and then bet the river. That's what have sense in my head now. So I think if we have like stats there, we can do like call. We can do look at the river pop up and stuff like that. Okay, we are calling here. And here we also want to know like, is he check raising here like king x? That's like really important here. And he's like over betting the turn here. I'm gonna fold. I think we're gonna shove here. We'll have a lot of bluffs here, so I think the only size that has sense is all in here. We'll have like really a lot of bluffs here. A lot of 10x. Okay. 8 chips still don't work, so if you have any ideas, tell me. No problem, Z-Wrench. And we can talk about the hands if any hands is like okay, I'm just gonna click like this and I won't use add chips automatically. Okay, we're gonna call here. Really big 4-bet. He will have here like hand like a king queen suited, ace queen, and he should like bet here a lot. I'm gonna go like this. Okay. This is the spot that he should bet like a lot. Because if he has like bluffs like ace queen off, they wanna bet. He has like queens, kings and aces that all want to bet, so. Okay. You will need to tell me, Beastaholic, you try the top bind option on the left table. You always click the bottom link there. Okay, we are now over the limit, so. Okay, I'll try it and we will see. Okay. Now we can see, now we can do it. Maybe just click this and that's it. Okay, fold here. Okay, 18 hands here. We'll see. I think it should have worked the way we did it. That's my opinion. It should have worked until now. I just hate this. And we can get like really nice turns here. And he's like betting a pot, so I think check raise would have sense. But we don't have hands, we don't know how he plays, so it's tough to make it. I think it's unnecessary to do like a check raise there, and we'll just fold until we get a sample on players. Fold like these marginal spots and that's it. That will be our strategy. Fold marginal spots until we are familiar with the opponents, and then we can do, for example, like on this, it's really important to know how much he opens, how much we have 6x compared to him. Can we check raise there and stuff like that, and we just don't know. So again, we are against small blind here, we're gonna be careful. Okay. Okay, it's not working again. I just don't know what can I do more. I mean, I click this, I click here this, automatically like 100, I don't know. Don't fold. Okay, we folded ace king, great. So annoying. So annoying for me. Okay. Fold here. Okay, so Nobody except Magic Orange want to see MTTs. Auto buying options in the I know in the like lobby, right? Beastaholic. But before the game, I clicked in the lobby to auto top in, auto buying. I don't know. I'll just work it like it is now, and that's it. I'm not gonna waste time because it's tilting me, and I want to be concentrated on game. So tell me if Magic Orange is the only one who wants to see the MTT ad. I really thought that it would be like cool to see it. One MTT and two cash games. But if nobody wants, okay, post the link. Beastaholic, you can post the link, no problem. I will open and see it. Okay. We're gonna add the chip. Okay. King 9. Really gross here. I'll forward here because uh, it's like a bottom of my calling range, so I'm gonna forward it. Okay, it's working fast. Like I see, as soon as I click, I get the pop-up. That's good. It's really fast. I think maybe this is too loose because we don't know how they play. It's a bit loose. Like we can go queen 8 off and better. Okay, we're gonna check it. This is the board we wanna bet a lot, but I won't bet this. Okay. Okay, calling here. Think like here, basically they leg bluffs if they are not betting without equity here. So usually players like gonna check like ace queen here. Sometimes, most of the times maybe, and they're just luck bluffs. They will need to like bet 9 10 and stuff like that. Ace jack. Okay. And from what I saw in the Zoom videos, okay, I'm gonna try to open it. My Beastaholic, what you sent me, it's same for me. It's same for me. I did it exactly the same. So if I fell under, that's the same what I have. I'm gonna show you when I have opportunity. We have the same stuff. Uh, it's same here. Okay, I'm gonna click here. Yeah. Okay. No. Okay, we did. Uh, maybe just I didn't put. Okay. I don't have 12, 20 to 100 big blinds. I have 80. Maybe that's the problem. We're gonna see it. Okay. Have pot here. We don't have a calling range here of the player, so we don't know like what he's calling here, and we don't know the calling range here. I think it's fine double barrel and give up the river. We can't really check call here, so I'm gonna do it once more. Maybe we need to have 100 here. Okay, okay, and nothing is working. Again, I would like to use okay, and everything is. And zoom is 100 tables. I don't know. It just doesn't work. I'm gonna give up now. I'm gonna give up, and that's it. I I have the same settings as Beastaholic has, and it just doesn't work. I don't know why. Okay, we are calling here. Usually I check raise this type of the hand, but now when we don't know anything about the player, it's like not so easy. Bet like, okay, we're gonna bet like this. I think shove here is the play. Okay. I think we want to use this size with our bluffs and with value because basically he has ace high most of the time, so we want to use size that ace high has problems to deal with. If we overbet, he can like easily fold, and when we are betting like this, maybe even half of the pot is okay. Okay. On big blind, it's different uh, strategy for me because here like we have a lot of 8, 9, 10s, jacks type of hands, and we don't have ace jack off all the combos. Okay. Call here. Gonna check here. Check the river. And he has kings. Great. He should be overbetting here a lot. Especially because he used the smaller size on the flop. Okay. Okay, we're calling here. I'm just thinking what size we want to use here. What we are betting here? Are we betting 8? What type of 8x can we have? I'm gonna call here. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. Okay. I'm gonna call here. We don't have a lot of 10x here except Jack 10 and Queen 10. And that's only suited versions. I think that's our only hands we have. Let's see. Let's see again the situation. Okay. This was unfortunate. He had ace 8 here. I'm just calling the turn because I have a lot of Jack 10, Jack 9, Queen 10 type of hands, and also I'm floating King Queen here. I want to protect those hands. And I mean, he's like really betting the turn with Queen X probably, and that's like betting the river if the river is brick. So I don't see like a lot of sense here. I don't see a lot of sense here to raise the turn. So if we are not raising the flop, and I didn't raise the flop, I think this is okay then. On the river, I mean, it's hard. It's hard on the river. like to have a donk range because ace 10, we have like probably ace 10 suited. I don't know. I think it's close. I'm gonna call here. Okay, he had ace check. Okay, it's close here, but I think that calling the turn is the play. So okay, I don't think we can fold like Jack X there. And this is like terrible. This is terrible. We need to call, of course, but okay. I'm not floating king queen off, when I don't know anything. Okay, we are calling here with tens. And it would be really hard to fold this. Really, really hard to fold because he has like all ace king combos there. Like that's 6 combos of flush draw that he has. We have 10 here with. We have like 10, and maybe he has like ace jack as a bluff here sometimes. And he has like queens, kings, and aces that are beating us. It's 18 combos. I think it's close, but I think we need to call this. Okay. This is also close. I'm gonna shove because of the positions, but it's also a close spot. Okay. Ace queen. Really strange, but okay. I mean, it's not strange if he know how we play. It's okay then, but I don't know. I don't think we can fold like tens there. He has like every time he has that ace king combos, and he has like queens through aces, and it's only about 60% of pot. So I don't see us folding there because he's like bluffs. He'll probably had to have some offsuit bluffs. That's like probably ace jack off, and if we add like stuff like ace jack, some some combos or stuff like that, I don't see that we can fold there. This is like a really good river for us. So if he like bet here, I would fold. Okay. I don't think we can fold the tens there. I mean, I just don't see the way that we can fold it. I don't know anything about the player, but when I get the flop like that, I need to call, and he's shoving the turn. I don't see the way that we can fold tens. Uh, Here with the jacks, I think it's a clear shove regarding on this position. So it's nice to see that people are call for betting like ace queen, that they should be doing it. But maybe like people can say on Zoom they are tight, so they won't do it. But I think it's a good play to do it. And he called quickly all in also. So okay, calling here. Okay, we are calling queen jack suited for sure. Now this is for me tough to play when I don't even have an idea about the range that he has. Okay, we must call here. I think I'm folding the shove on the turn, but that's the problem. I mean, maybe it's the best like to fold the pre-flop, but that hand is like so strong, and usually I'm tributing those positions like 14, 12 to 14%. So I can't usually fold this hand, but this guy played only 12 hands with me, so he doesn't know my strategy. And for that, I think we should like probably fold pre-flop. Um, I think that's the correct play because They just don't know us and we don't know them. But I think it's a really good hand usually, and I'm usually always calling a 4-bet with it. Okay. Okay, we're calling here, folding the flop. We're gonna call here, I think. Fold here, even on this size. We have like queen 10 here off. Okay. We have like queen 10 off. That's are probably that and jack 10 off are our bluffs some of the time, so we're gonna protect the range by calling here. And now we are like always calling hand like queen 10, and we are always calling here like some of our ace-x. Okay. Let's see what he had. And again, unfortunate river. I mean, I just didn't want to raise here because my range here like has only queen 10 as a bluff, and I want to protect. And he has like two pairs here, and he's gonna value bet the river blank, and then we can like turn something into bluff. I have like hand like on the bluff like queen jack. Also we have a queen jack here. We have a queen jack that is a bluff. Okay, so we have like queen jack and queen 10 mainly as a bluff here, as a check raise bluffs sometimes, and they're calling sometimes. So this is like situation where I'm gonna call sometimes, I'm gonna check raise sometimes. It would be like in this spot much better if I check raise it, but I also think it's okay like this. But mainly because now when I think about it, the players here are really nitty, and on the river they won't like push around. Usually on like bigger limit this is good play, but when I just think that we are playing zoom with these players, I think that the best play was check raise the flop. But I didn't check raise the flop on the turn. I'm not check raising for sure, so uh, I play like this, and it didn't turn out good. But against strong players, and when we perceive our range, uh, if the players are like really aggressive on turns and rivers, we can do this, but exploitably I think we should check raise against in this spot. Okay, that was mistake I think, but okay. We're gonna bet the turn here. Okay. We would like 4-bet 5 times. I think that players are probably 4-betting until they get a sample. I have a feeling they 4-bet a lot. Okay. Because we had like two opportunities. We called the 3-bet, we called the 4-bet with ace king, if you remember, and we hit like king jack 9 with two flush draws, and the guy like check folded immediately. So that's telling me that they are like, I mean, they probably had like hand like I don't know, like ace 5 or something like that. So I have a feeling they are 4-betting a lot. So so I think that queen jack is okay. We can like shove. We can shove sometimes on like 6-6-3. We're gonna have like nines. We're gonna have tens. We're gonna have jacks. I think we can shove sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna bet here. We can shove sometimes. Okay. He called. Okay, he called button versus cutoff. This is his first open of the small blind. Okay, we're gonna bet here. King 9 is a fold. I just feel that we should raise that hand until people like. I mean, when he double barrel, I'm really pretty sure that he has like top two pairs. But if I'm like raising that turn, I'm just like really locking a bluff in that spot because Jack 10 got there. We have like Queen 10 and Queen Jack. We would need to raise that as a bluff. I don't know. I just feel like when we are calling the flop, we just need to call the turn because it's really transparent if we raise there. And I don't know. I don't know. I think because we don't have a sample, because we don't have a sample on players and players don't have sample on us. I think, and this is like NL100 zoom, so we don't need to protect the range because they don't even bluff enough. So I think I made clear mistake there because you need to protect the range if players are putting you in tough spots and stuff like that, and you want to be good, balanced, and but not in against this type of players. You just need to play. I think we should play that like a raise on the flop. Okay. Checking out on this river. I think we if he bet check bets, I don't know how can he have like straight. What he had, let's see, is queen. Okay, so for example, you see now that people are just don't play like they just barrel with equity and stuff like that. So in Zoom they do that and they like stop on river a lot. So you need to call, you need to overfold the river, I think. Okay. For example, we just don't know how wide his range is now, and usually this is like a float, normal float, but we just don't know anything here. So it can be a lot of bad spots. For example, even if the 10 hits, king hits against this size, I will fold until I know their strategy and what type of players they are. So that's it. And also in that 4-bet pot, this guy called 4-bet with ace 3. So it seems like, okay, this guy called 4-bet ace queen. So there was a good place that I saw from people, but generally I saw some really bad ones like that Jack 8 type of hand. Uh, that guy that had aces, I think, played it good. Okay, we're gonna check ace here. Like this. I'm not gonna have a call range here. And usually when this guy bets 1/3 into the multi-way pot, I don't think he's strong. I think this guy will have much more 9x than we will have. So we're gonna check here and see what will happen. He'll have more 9x than we are, that's for sure. Okay, we're gonna bet like this now. Calling here. Okay. This is spot where we're always gonna get called. I know that. So I decide not to bluff. Not to bluff on that river because he's delay c-betting probably middle pair, and middle pair is never folding the river when that type of the brick is on the river. But also we have equity to call, so okay. I really want to know what do you think about that 10-10 hand. I just don't see us folding ever there. Not 10-10 with the hearts. I just don't see folding 10-10 with the hearts there. And we saw that this guy like called 4-bet ace queen, so if there is a possibility that he has like something like ace queen, that's also a call there. We are folding the turn here, for sure. Okay, calling here 6-7 and a fold. It will be fun when I get the sample. I can't wait to do it. Like this. Will we get another 4-bet here? It seems. Okay. I think we're gonna overbet here. He doesn't have tens. He probably don't have a hand like a 10-7 off. Even that's possibility here. Okay, I'm not gonna really bet here. Okay. We can bet nines again on the turn, but we would need to know which type of opponents we are playing and how wide his range pre-flop is and how wide his range is defending the c-bet. So I won't do it with this hand, but we can definitely against some players bet the turn and value bet the river when we check the turn also. But that's 10 that 10x is connected like with floats. So okay. We won't do anything here. Big blind should have most 8x's here. Okay, fold here. Again, small blind is calling. That pocket pair type of board. Okay. We don't know his range, so I won't bluff with king queen. This is like squeeze sometimes for me, but not gonna do it now. Not gonna do it. Fold. Folding here. A7 also. Having a jack of diamonds is also nice here. King queen is passing, okay. King 9. It's really not easy when you don't have reads, because you just can't like adjust, so you just need to play basic game, and I really like to know the opponents. But not 4-bet now. We're gonna 3-bet here if we have opportunity. No, it would be nice to play deeper. Okay, folding here. Hello, Love Poker. I think it's okay to be tight, but I think I'm defending the right, and I'm like my preferred ranges. I think it's okay, even on the zoom. I corrigate them from my usual play on when I play like normal tables. I'm think that I'm like 33-28 usually. Now I will be like maybe 30-24, something like that. 29-24, it would be like something like that. Okay, step here, nothing to do except call. Okay, checking here, and now he's like betting. Okay, so what he's repping now? 4-6 or two pair with like a Jack X, Jack 3. So he's like basically repping Jack 3 here. Uh, Ace that check behind the check behind the turn, and pocket threes which I don't know that he will do it. So he's basically repping two pair that hit the threes, and that's only like Jack 3. I don't think that he's like stepping 3-7 or 3-5 here. So basically Jack 3 or 4-6. Okay. I know that people don't bluff bet check bet liners nearly enough. So okay. Until we don't have reads, okay, I'm gonna fold it. But it's like so suspicious. I mean, 3-8, like 4-6 and Jack 3, like that's the only thing. And Ace 3 if he's like Ace of Diamond stabbing the flop. Okay, like look at let's see here. Ace King, Ace Queen, okay. LV Poker, tell me what you play. Like, do you play Zoom? And which limit of Zoom are you playing? And tell me how much tight are you? Because I mean, it's not unusual that player play like 30-24 in Zoom. I mean, on the bigger limits of Zoom. Okay. 4-6, okay. King 9 will be folded. 5 Jack fold. I think this is like a defend, but I just don't have the stats. So we'll fold some spots that are like 50-50 for me or 60-40 for me. I'm gonna fold it. Hello, Chain. What can I say? We're gonna see the hands. I don't know. It's not going like really good until now, but we are just starting. We are just having like 44 hands now on somebody, so that's also good. I think we can check call here, of course. Okay. This guy just limped. I think I will go for another call here. And now he's repping like 7x here. Like 6-7, 7-8 type of hand. Maybe some type of flush draw that hit the 7. I don't think he's like betting here like pocket 3s or pocket 6s even. So he's like basically betting 7x. if he has like 8-8, which I don't think, which is insane. Okay. I think we can call like because we are in front of his draws, but 7 is really connected with his bluffs, I think. But he's like also I don't think he's really betting 5x with that sizing also. That's the problem. Okay, checking here once more. Check calling the river here. Okay. I feel like when he's like betting the turn there, and the 5 is got on the turn, and he's like betting half of the pot, he's like having some little value bets there that are beating us. Maybe he can bet threes, okay? Maybe some players want uh, sixes, sevens. I don't think he's limping eights, so I think it's okay. Call the turn and fold the river. But if the river were like, I don't know, queen or stuff like that, I think it's call. Especially when we see the size what he's wrapping. Because I don't think that he's like betting when the queen or 10 hits. He's not betting like hand like threes or sixes or stuff like that. So there is a river on what on river that we're gonna call even against unknown. For example, I would love to squeeze now, but I just don't know. Okay, like this. Torcidas is from Croatia. Are we gonna get another forward here? Call forward maybe. And again forward here. A really big one, okay. So I think 5 4-bet now. And I'm playing my tight ranges. I would never fold this if I know the range of the opponents. Just never. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it like this. Fold here. Nines. Can somebody forbid me now? Please. Or tribute me at least. So I can forbid. Okay. We don't know what type of range he's calling, so we don't know how he plays multi-way. Chain, you are asking me about what I think about the players. From what I see, there was really much some strange things, some strange moves, a lot of calling from small blinds, a lot of four betting, a lot of bad plays, stupid plays that doesn't have any sense. So I would say that, and from what I saw in videos, that this is that the pool is not like really good. There's a lot of fish. That's my opinion. From that's my like impression. I don't I can't have opinion. I don't I can have an opinion on based on like hour of play, but I have a like impression, and my impression that players are not good here. That's my impression. Okay, we're gonna bet it. He check behind the flop here. Okay, we're gonna bet the river here, and we have like really many bluffs here, so it's okay. Let's see what he had. Okay, queen nine. Okay, check behind here. Um, like I told you, so it seems like if we are like 160 BBs, um, we can play not 100, not like very high frequency of the c bet, which we're gonna change the strategy. Okay, calling here. And this doesn't have any sense. We have full houses that he doesn't have, or but maybe he's like rapping now. I think full house, not straight anymore. That means that he check raised like five, six, or sevens here. And also, I don't think there is like too much bluffs here. And maybe because we check behind the flop, he doesn't see us that we have a straight ever, so he's like check raising sixes or fives or sevens for value. That's also a possibility here. This line, I don't think that he's like betting the straight with here. Okay, calling here. Ace queen. He donked the flop. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna fold here. Um, and also we are playing against small blind, and small blind can have here like a lot of bluffs. Uh, he's like calling ace queen here and donking the flop. So what I think about the players, like what is this logic? And I don't understand. But really interesting spot with the straight there, because we don't have. I mean, I have like 9-7 there, 9-6 there, 9-5 there every time. That's the thing there. So I have a lot of full houses on the river. Really interesting spot. I think that because we check behind the flop, he can check raise the maybe he, I don't know if if he is done that, if he can check raise like 5, 6, or 7, and also he calls small blind there. So I don't think that he's having like seven, like hand like ace 10 off, 8-10 off. He's not having 8-10 off, so he probably has 8-10 suited, and we have like 1-8, so he has three combos of 8-10 suited. And also when he's like overbetting that river, I think that he's like wrapping now full house, and he can have like 5, 6, or 7s there. And for because we maybe check behind the flop, thinking he's now thinking maybe that we don't have a straight ever. I don't know, but it's so strange of the spot. And on the river when he's overbetting, can he overbet like hand like 8-10 there? I think he can. I think that he can. Okay. Gonna fold here. Again, call for betting here. It was interesting hand. I'm not sure The problem is we don't have much of the straights generally, and we are not perceived to have a straight often. So I don't know. It's close spot. The reason why I folded because I have a lot of full houses there. That's the only reason I folded. And we don't know anything, and he overbet the river. Wow. He thought until last seconds and shoved. And he's not opening a lot. But it's only 50 hands. Really gross, really gross turn. This is close. Okay. This is really close. I think I'm gonna call here. Okay. It's a good call, but we lost another flip. And this is like a strange spot. For example, he's not bluffing here. I'm just curious to know what he had. I mean, look at this, and he's not bluffing like this. And we are like rarely have a straight here. They are just not bluffing, it seems. Hey Chain, you're telling you're telling me you like the fold. I also like the fold because I just don't see the bluffs from small blind range. But also I'm curious to know what he had there. If he had a full house there because he's repping a full house. That's what I thought, that he can like check raise the turn mid set there. I mean, I'm definitely calling on the blank river with the straight. There's no chance I'm not calling, but this was like something somehow different spot. With this queens, I mean, when I'm called for betting and getting shoved on, it's close, but it's so hard for me to fold like ace king there. And the guy think it to the last seconds. I think like he's not waiting for last seconds with aces. He probably thought about, is he gonna shove or call. So okay, it was a flip, it's okay. But we need to take the notes about that guy. I want to remember his nickname. Like he didn't bluff here with the hand that is like clear bluff. He has a lot of straights. He can really bet a set here. So okay, we're gonna squeeze it. I think this is a clear bluff, and if people not bluffing this, I mean, well, they're not bluffing anything, because what kind of bluff he can have here? If he's not bluffing this, he's not bluffing anything. If he and I didn't remember nickname. I just want to remember nickname for the future play of today's session. Cafrinius. Kefrinius, okay. Kefrinius, okay, Kefrinius. Really strange. Really strange that he's not bluffing that, because he just can't have any bluffs. I mean, he's like, I mean, I don't know how he floats widely that flop. But if he's not bluffing that, I don't know. Okay, what type of hand he can be like bluffing with? It seems like they're just not bluffing. Okay. Okay. So for tomorrow to include MTT, let me know. Let me know today if somebody else except Magic Orange want to see the MTT include. I'm sure that Chain would love to see MTTs included there. So Chain, tell me what do you like to include MTT also. Okay, so on these board structures, I'm betting 66% of the pot here. We don't have stats, but I'm calling here. Okay. Wow. Wow. I mean, I can't fold like 2 overs and 2 overs and the flush draw here. And he shoved the set, top set. Okay. Let's see what is the name of the player that did that. The DJ T dot. Okay, DJ T dot. I don't think when we are like betting that that strong that we can fold. And he's also in position and he's like shoving. So what he's calling, okay. Interesting to see that. And we'll have also a lot of bluffs there, so I think it's okay. I think we need to call this, of course. I just don't see us falling there. Okay. Falling there. I just can't see myself falling there against unknown player when we bet and he shove there. He can have like combo draws and he's like in very bad spot against us. And if he's like having like I don't know, Jack X, we are leading. So okay. Okay. I think he's gonna fold here like pocket pairs for sure. He's gonna continue with like 10x plus probably. Like 9 10 and maybe 8 9 also. And this is close. I'm gonna check here. Like I said, I think that he will continue with the 10x there. We are probably folding out the pocket pairs, which is nice. I mean, if we shout here, I think I would call that hand that he had, but I don't know how he's playing. I don't know how he construct his range, so I didn't want to bluff there. But we are, of course, never winning. I think I'm 100% sure that we are never winning. So it has sense that we are shoving that. We're gonna have worst hands. So I think if I knew like his strategy, for example, if I know that he's like calling 8x there and that he has like more 10x, like then we can like maybe shove there. But okay, we just don't have anything. Don't know. You should be here from the beginning. I mean, I'm running good like last last few hands. from what I ran in the beginning, but it's okay. I mean, we don't have reads, we don't have anything. We are just playing, and look at this. The guy's 5xing and stuff like that. So okay, we're gonna bet here. It's beginning. We need to collect the hands. It will be much easier when we get the hands. Okay, betting here. We don't see. Okay, he called only once. I don't. I won't even look at the stats because they are not relevant. The only hand that is in my mind is that guy that had Jack 8. Now everything else is okay. They played it okay, but that Jack 8 just doesn't go from my head. Okay, calling here. Against bigger size, we're gonna call a lot, and we don't have a really strong hands except sixes. We have like two pairs, but we don't have nines. So, and when he uses bigger size, we will like when he uses bigger size, we're gonna want to defend a lot of range by calling. So it's okay. I'm asking about the tourney for the future. So for tomorrow and the days after tomorrow, if you want to include. So Chain, you are in. Magic Orange is in, but nobody else didn't say anything. So I'm not gonna to. Generally, I think that he won't have like enough ace X. We're gonna have like ace 10. We're gonna have like ace queen type of the hand. So I think it's okay to bet, and we need to bet like big here, like a pot bet. Fold here, fold here. So if I get like two, three more people wanting to see the tourney, I will include it. So we'll talk again tomorrow. I'm gonna ask you again tomorrow if you want to include the MTTs, because I would like to. I mean, it would be fun. Folding here. Folding. Okay. The stream will last around 3 hours. So when we play MTT, I'm gonna play until I'm alive and at the MTT. So I'm gonna play all the way until I am alive. So that's the one also thing for the MTTs. I'm gonna play it until the last chip is there. So that's it. But if I'm not playing MTT, I'm gonna just play 3 hours and that's it. Okay. Again, we are against small blind here. Here we are big blind. We are big blind against the button, so we'll have over pairs, and we don't have a lot of off-suited hands like king queen off and queen jack off or king jack off. So that's the reason why we can like bet ace queen here, and the board is connected. So I'm gonna use smaller size here. Okay, bet here for sure. And shove the river. Okay, that's it. Okay. I think we can bet like hand like this because we have like ace king and ace queen. We are mainly here calling ace jack against button, big blind versus button, and we are calling also king queen. So we don't have a lot of hands. So I think we can bet hand like this. Okay, here I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna bet here for sure. Okay, just think about sizing. I think I'm gonna go for the bigger size because I'm gonna like mainly value bet two pairs here. Okay, so he hit. Okay, that's okay. Uh, I'm gonna mainly value bet two pair plus there. So with that size, so we have straights and stuff like that. So we can go for the overbet there, or we can go for the normal size. And for normal size, I'm thinking about pot to three quarters of pot because we will not always really bet like ace x because we don't have many ace x there. Just to see which size he used on the flop. Okay. Let's after this hand. Okay, so this guy is three betting. We're checking here. Okay, we are good here. Okay, we are doing like this. Okay, this will be interesting. Okay, I'm gonna show you later. This is called 4-bet. Queens, okay. Okay, let's show this. I wanted to show you just to see where it is. Okay. So for example, on this size, I'm calling like ace 8, ace 9, like ace 3, ace 2, ace 3, and ace 5. And when he check backs the flop on the river, I can bet like ace 6, of course. Okay, now when I look the sizing, we need to have like two sizes. Two sizes, and one is like ace x and two pair type of hands, like 9 10 ace x, and that can be like two thirds of the pot, and we can have overbet size. So I think that my sizing is not good. We should bet this type of the hand with the overbet size, or with the two thirds of the pot, not by this. But it's not important because he would call over bet with the set, but just to say, because we want to like bet straights, we want to bet mainly straights with over bet size, and we want to bet like a6 and two pairs with the normal size. So mistake by me. Chain, you're telling that nothing compares to getting deep in the tournament, and I'm agree with you. Nothing compares to that, even in live play, even in the online play. I think the tournaments are just like sports, so it's like playing Wimbledon or stuff like that. And it's tournaments are just poker, and poker in tournaments it's like closely to sport as it can be. Everything else is like cash games and stuff. There are no sports in it. Maybe competition, but that's it. Okay, we're calling here. I'm gonna raise now because when he slow downs like this, I think I can raise like overpair here. I think I can raise overpair for protection, like nines, tens, jacks, and stuff like that. We can call like aces, kings, queens. They don't need so much protection. Okay, I'm gonna call one. I'm gonna call here. Okay. Now I'm betting like my value range here is like I can bet like nines, tens, and I would do it with like norm like half of the pot, and I have bluffs, and bluffs I wanted to bet with the or bet size. I think he looks like he looks like I'm gonna do it like this. He looks like 8x here, so I'm gonna do this size. So with this size, I'm not really betting nines, tens, jacks, or queens. I'm really betting like full houses, like aces, kings. I think it would be unaffected if we use like on our bluffs like a smaller size. We want to use some of the bluffs with the smaller size, but this will put 8x in the tough spot, not the normal size. Normal size will 8x can call. We have a lot of, I mean, flush draws and stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about. He really betting 8x, so he would definitely call against normal size. Okay. Falling here. Falling here. Falling here. When we get the hands, we will be good. I just need to be patient and be prepared to lose until then. And we will do that. When I get the hands, I will kill them. That's for sure. Now we're using the big CB strategy. That's when we are like this deep. We are using normal strategy. And unfortunately, now we don't know how he plays his range, how deep he is, uh, how wide he is. I mean, and how he plays like on the turn and stuff. So I'm just gonna give up on this type of the turn. I mean, I will generally bet here like eights, nine, tens, jacks, queens, stuff like that. But I just don't know how he plays on the turn and on the river. If I'm betting here, is he calling like pocket pair every time? Is he calling like 6x here? How many 6x he has? So we don't know that, and that's the problem. So I'm gonna play it passively until I know how they play. Okay, we're gonna go here like this. Okay. Call forward seems to going nice. We have like two times we had ace queen and they folded. We had king queen, they folded. We had okay okay situations with call four bets. Okay, this is call here. And for example, it's really hard to play now because we don't know how wide this player is. So if I'm playing here, I'm playing a check raise. And okay, checking here and calling the river. I think jacks are better than Queen X, but with Queen X you're blocking his Queen X. I don't know that is he like really betting here just a pure Queen X like Queen 9, like Queen King Queen, like this, and what type of bluffs he can now have with bet check bet line. That's the problem. I mean, generally we must call this. I'm gonna call it, but I'm sure that he's not bluffing. Like ace queen here, okay. That's what I'm. But when we like think about it, we don't know how he plays. But generally, if you just think about it, we check behind the turn here. So having like Jack X here is like okay, it's really good, and we need to defend 50% of the range on the river, and Jacks are definitely in that 50%. But I just I like I know from the zoom that they are not like bluffing bet check bet line nearly enough. But I just feel that jacks are too good here to And well, like I said, I thought that he has like king queen here. If we're not calling jacks here, we don't. I don't know. We're just like playing really poor then, I think, because I mean I'm betting kings and aces every time. I'm betting ace queen every time. I'm betting king queen every time. So generally, I think that the jacks are just defending this spot, but they just don't bluff enough. I'm gonna raise here. Okay. I think we should go even smaller this because he probably has a draw. If he has like people when they have like set here, they would like check so we can bet the ace, and they when they lead they're probably always on the draw. So on the river I think we should be betting really small there, 1/3 of the pot, and that was mistake. I should bet 1/3 of the pot there. With that jacks, I just don't see us falling. It's like really near the best hands we're gonna have, and okay, of course, having a queen is okay because we are blocking the queen. But generally, players don't like check raise just the queen, and if they are check raising the queen, they need to have like ace queen there or king queen there. So I think it's okay to have a jack because then you are like blocking the nuts, and they are just continuing probably with the set. So when you think about it, jacks are. I don't think we can fold them. That's the problem. Because if we are folding them, then we are folding 75%, and that's the problem. I don't want to do it. Even I know they're not bluffing a lot. DJ Dot showed on us when he had jacks there. He just showed on the internet pot with jacks when he had ace queen suited. That was him, and he seems to lost everything that he had. I think probably his call range is weak. Okay, just calling here. Okay, I'm gonna bet here. Feels like 9x here at the top that he has. And we have like ace x. We're gonna call check raise with every ace x, so I think it's okay. And we can like maybe even go a little bit smaller to 9 because he has 60 and 8 big blinds. So we're gonna go through hands every session. We're gonna go through hands, and it will be live. And we will quickly go through hands. So we're gonna finish session like 10 minutes early. Okay, we're gonna finish the session in after 3 hours, and then we can go through hands, and that's it. I thought maybe finish it earlier, but it's 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 better like this. So we can go through the hand history live. We're gonna use bigger size here because we want step like jack x here or 10x here, so we are stepping with bigger size because our frequency is smaller. And this is sometimes trivet for me, sometimes call. I don't have stats, so I'm gonna call, but I like to have it in the trivet range also. Okay, here is the check raise. We have threes, we have sevens, we have king seven suited here, so it's okay. We're gonna bet the turn. Okay, big here. Fold here. I'm not gonna play multi-way until we know how they play. Not gonna see bet. I mean, we wouldn't see bet this hand ever. I'm gonna I'm gonna like bet like this. I'm gonna rep 8x here. There is no other way because our betting range is probably 8x there, and we don't have a lot of them, so I'm gonna overbet it. Can we get the now 4 bet? No, not now. And it would be a really interesting spot if we got the 4 bet there, because when we are such deep, there is a strategy that involves only calling 4 bets in that spot, and I think it's a good strategy because if you're not playing that strategy, you need to have like 5 bet bluffing range, and that's not easy to have. I want I want to see what will happen. Okay, we'll hit the straight, of course. Okay, I fold here just to see the river. Feels like this like really betting hand like 10x. And this guy is like wrapping a flush now. Okay. I was talking about that there is a merit just to call 4 bet there with all the range that you want to play, and it's like really good in my eyes because you are never capped then, and I think it is the best way. So if he like when I like in this spot, okay, just to reply it for you, just to reply it for you. So for example, if he 4 bet me here like this deep, there's a merit just to have a calling range in this spot, or like this deep, because otherwise we would need to have otherwise we would need to have a 5 bet bluffing range, and I think it's easier to play like this because what is his 4 betting what is the player's 4 betting range this deep? I think I'm gonna go for the bet check bet line here. I think we can rep like king x here. As I wanted to say, hello lol Hebik, thank you. I want to say like what is his 4 betting range? 200 big blinds deep. Uh, what is his 4 betting range? It's like really depends on that because uh, if you're like you can have like a 5 bet bluff range. I think it's okay, like you 5 bet bluff, but you will be then kept sometimes when you call 4 bet. So I think it's much better, much easier maybe to play like that you only have a call range that deep. But if players start to 4 bet you with tens or jacks or queens, then like better strategy. It's better strategy to have a 5 bet range and mix a bluff there. So it's interesting spot, and it's a really interesting spot I think, and I was going for the block bet on the river. I think it's okay. It's interesting spot, and I think that players play them differently. I play them also differently. Depends on the player. If they have like a really wider 4 bet range, I'm going to use 5 bet range there. But if they are like tighter on the tighter side, I'm going to just call 4 bet with aces, with kings, with queens, with ace king, with everything. Okay. We're going to fold ace jack here. So for example, if that guy 4 bet me, I would call with aces because he's unknown for me, and I would just be like, I would be just like calling four bets with all my range. Fold here. Now this is a gross spot because if I'm three betting, I'm not folding. Not fold until I don't know anything. I mean, if I'm three betting, I'm going with the hand and that's it. There's no way I can like three bet fold the eights there because he can shove like ace queen, king queen suited, stuff like that. And we have like opportunity now when guy shoved the when we four bet and he shoved ace queen, so he's not like betting 9x, I think. So I don't see myself. He has like 65 big blinds. I don't know how he plays. And if I'm like three betting, I'm not folding for sure. So I decided to fold now. We are 4x here. For example, now our range is also polarized, and I would use like, if I'm betting here, I'm betting 80% of the pot here, and I will have check range. I will have here like 8, 9, 8s in this pot. Some of the 8s against wider players. Uh, Against like a tighter player, I wouldn't three bet like 8s, maybe some even some 9s. And this is interesting now. He bets. I think we need to call here. Because what if he's like stabbing range on turn? He's not stabbing with that big size like pocket fours or pocket sixes. He's stabbing like maybe 9x that he slow played, that he checked behind, and maybe 8s. Okay, he had ace 9 there, okay. But generally, when he uses such a big size, he's not betting hands like pocket sixes or pocket fours. So, and he's betting like deuces and 9x that he slow played. So that's his range. And against that range, he has flush draws here. He can maybe like bet even hands like, I don't know, 6, 7 if he check behind the flop sometimes with that. Even I don't think that he would do it. But he'll have like flush draws here and he'll bet them. And his like value range is like 9x that he slow played and pocket deuces, so it's okay to call there, I think. Folding here. It will get better, I promise. As soon as I get the sample, I'm gonna be much, much more aggressive. We don't see that he three bet ever here. Let's call with queens. I'm gonna bluff here with the bigger size. Like this. Okay, calling here with queens. Okay, he's now wrapping like ace king, ace jack type of the hand. We are of course calling with queens. And we get the quads. And also what I want to say, I don't think that he can have many bluffs here. Look at this. And he checked behind this. So what you're doing with like, I don't know. The problem is on the turn that he doesn't have bluffs. Probably he doesn't bluff like, I don't know, like the type of the hand ace jack without anything. He's not bluffing that, and he's like betting there only river. Only on the turn he's like betting probably only ace of clubs, and you check behind there. Really strange. But that just shows that they are just like really really tight. Even this. Okay, so one and now half of the pot. Okay, and all bricked. Okay, and with sevens I think it's a call. Really strange. I mean he's like so what, he's like having check range on the river. I guess he doesn't have any full houses in his range, so he probably checks the river with all his range there. Really, 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 really strange spot. I think it's a clear shove because this guy like seems so tight here. We don't have. I don't think we need to have call range here, so I'm gonna raise it. Okay. The problem is that this guy seems like really tight. Like he's like probably betting like king jack plus here. I'm gonna go for the check here. He's gonna check for sure hands like queens here, I think, or kings. And we're shoving the river. I think it's also like a nice bet check bet bluff here. We'll have like queen 10 here. We'll have like queen 10 here. And we'll have some hands that are giving up like backdoors. But mostly queen 10. We can bluff that. Okay, calling here. I think that he needs to have bigger size here with his overpairs, and this size has only sense with sevens and sixes, and he's not really betting them. So he's like really betting jacks probably, or 10x somehow that he gets to the 10x here. I think this is like a really bad hand to call here. It would be much better to have like sevens here. But when we look our ranges, we're gonna have some eights with flush draws, some hands like 10 with the flush draw, and that's it. Like sevens, sixes. Sixes are like fives here, but just because they don't bluff enough on the river, I see we're gonna make the fold. But he's like wrapping. He should like bet jacks with normal size, but maybe he's like betting also jacks with that size. So I don't know. But from what we saw, we didn't see like a bluff on the river at all today, and we made the calls, and we didn't get bluff here. And with this size, I don't know. I feel like I feel like that we need to call the turn, and that's it. call the turn and probably fold the river. But I was inclined because he used that size. I was inclined to call. Okay, we're calling here. When he used that size, he's like wrapping a straight there. Okay, this size. 3-bet here. I think with that size, he's like wrapping the straight here, so we can just make a call there, and that's it. And again, we are like facing a 4-bet. I just feel like they are 4-betting way too much. Way too much, and against unknown players. Because we face like 8 4-bets still now. That just doesn't, can be. And we never had aces or kings or anything. We had ace king, we called. The flop was king high, king jack 9. Guy check folded. That's telling me that he had a pure bluff there, because all his 4-betting value range is there. So then we called the 4-bet with queen jack suited. We had a board was 3-6-6 with a flush draw. I just feel like they are 4-betting. When we started to play, they try to use the fact that we don't know how they play, so they probably 4-betting more. That's my feeling. It may be, I'm maybe not right, but I just have that feeling. Okay, I'm gonna bet this. Check here. I think 8-7 is not the greatest call here. Hand that would be a good call would be like ace-10 probably. And I need to call like maybe even ace-deuce or weaker. But I think that ace-7 is one of the worst to call. So okay, I'm gonna fold it, and I don't know how he plays, but I think we can fold like ace-10 there. And we are like betting ace-jack, ace-queen, and ace-king on the turn ever. So we need to defend the ace there. And the ace, I don't think we need to defend is ace-7. Okay, calling sevens here. Orange here that we are betting is like 8s plus probably. And we'll have two sizes. Okay, like this. Call here. Delayed here. Fold. About that last hand with ace-7, I think the only ace we can like fold without much thought is that. That's my opinion. Calling here. He's not bluffing here with Jack X here. Maybe King 10 is better call in this spot than this. His bluffs are gonna beat Jack X there. But when the Jack is here, he's not bluffing that. It would be too strong, so I'm just thinking what kind of bluff he can have. 4-5. He's opening 4-5, I see. 4-5. 3-4 suited. And he's like wrapping a hand like Ace Jack plus probably. We'll have Ace 10 here. We'll have two pairs here. And he's not like triple barreling. I'm gonna make a call here. But like I said, it's probably Ace Jack plus. The problem is that we hit the ace on the turn. And when we think about our river defense strategy, we need to defend 50% of the range. And we have like on a turn King X's. We're definitely defending King X on the turn. We have like 6 with the flush draw. We're gonna fold that always. We're gonna fold some King X hands, and if we don't defend Ace X on a pot, we are like really exploitable. So I just, even if I don't know the player, even if I like know that they're not bluffing, my defense strategies won't be like, I'm not gonna fold like 60% when I need to. I can fold maybe 55 but I'm not gonna fold like 65 or 70% of my range, never. So even I know they're not bluffing, I'm not folding what I need from the normal strategy. Like I need to defend 50% of my range, and I'm gonna defend 40, maybe 40, 45, but I won't defend like 30. So even if I know they're not bluffing, I'm not gonna fold. I'm not gonna fold what is like top part of the range. I'm gonna forbid this. Because I don't know how he plays, and this is like bottom of calling range. So I'm gonna make a forbid here. Okay. He calls here. Our range looks like ace king, queens, kings. So this is like a good board for us. We're gonna like do it like this. Our bluffs will be also hands like ace queen that are really strong in that board. So I think it's a good play to like c-bet 100% there. Okay, we're gonna do it one more round, and that's it for today. We made 3 hours. We're gonna see how we went. We're gonna go through hands. We'll go through hands by live, and tomorrow you will tell me about entities. I would like to play entities with this, so you're gonna tell me if you want it or not tomorrow. Okay. Again, small blind. We're deep. We're gonna play a strategy that is a little bit different. We won't have a 100% c-bet here. Okay, we're gonna call with jacks here. Check here. Okay. Again, not bluff river, not bluffing river. I don't think it's a sufficient play. I think when he check raise, he need to continue on the river. Okay, and I will be back for like 2 minutes, and then we'll go through hands and see how we went.